Check, check, check. Hey, there we go. Okay. I wish I could see the comments easier without like showing my stream key. That'd be nice. I only have one monitor hooked up right now. Ooh, I mean, it's all dotted anyway, but chat, it works. Chat does. Okay. Maybe if I just like actually just went to the stream. No. Yeah, interesting. I don't know. So I've never done it with only one monitor before, so it'll be fun because I'll have to toggle a little bit to see what's going on. But yeah, let me know if you're watching or whatever. I am trying to make something really cool. I'm trying to do a montage of a lot of the fun effects I've done. Possibly for one of the Vegas ads if they like it. I've done a few of them lately, a couple of them. You may have seen the one with me drumming or the one with me pulling the film out of the monitor. They were a lot of fun to do, and I've got a lot more to do. The thing is, so I've got to think of a fun way to kind of like quickly showcase these in like 60 seconds. That's the claymation I made. Some of you guys who have been on the channel for a long time may remember some of these, or remember at least them when they were part of the intros. My intro, I tried to like fit every single one of them in. The intro started becoming like a Gatling gun of flashes instead of a showcase of stuff. So I had to start getting really choosy about what made the intro. But there's a lot of fun things that just don't make the intro anymore. I gotta figure out a way to get the chat. Can I like pop this out? Pop out chat. There we go. That's cool. That's helpful. It'd be also nice if I could see without, like, if anyone's watching without, like, showcasing all my stuff. Okay. And cool. I will still have to show the chat to talk on the chat. Definitely two monitors. I'm going to make sure I have two monitors hooked up next time. So what I'm thinking is like I might scroll the videos up the phone like a film reel. Film reel. Yeah. Need more Dr. Pepper. Okay. Or first off, probably the first thing we're gonna do, let's make this bigger so everybody can see the fun. Okay, I think that's the part I want to keep. I don't know, the whole thing's cool. I will keep there and I will cut it around there. And then this one's the Back to the Future one. Oh, I already cut it out. Whoopsie. So what it is I actually like I don't know. I think I have most of the like original cuts of these effects. But it will take me like 90 years to find maybe 20% of them on like a gigabyte of just files. So I found some of the fun. Here, this is the actual effect here. So this is when I put myself in Back to the Future. So what's frustrating about vertical videos is always so small. So for this one, I'll just really be showcasing putting me in the shot. So it's really just this part right here. This was actually really hard because there's not like good way to get that footage, and I didn't have the Back to the Future DVD, and I wasn't committed enough to go buy the DVD. And it wasn't something I could easily just like find and like yoink the footage for. So I found one on YouTube where someone had posted the scene, but it's already like a low lit scene anyway. So like the film quality itself was a little lower for this scene. And so there's a weird problem where in the lighting you can see there's a lot of weird problems with this. If Michael J. Fox takes a step back, the lighting's harsher and comes from that direction. So I actually lit myself as if I was standing at that spot in the room, which may have not been the best choice because it may have looked more realistic if I had lit myself to look exactly like him. But the light's actually hotter when he steps back if you watch the whole scene. So that's why I made that choice to put like a hotter light on me. Plus, I only have like a few different lights, so I have some nice equipment, but I don't have a lot of it. Like I have like one nice light and a few okay lights. I have pretty nice camera, but not like the best camera, so I can like get through most of my shoots pretty professionally, but I have some hard limits on what I can get through. And I don't have like I could have softening the light just didn't feel right because it's actually all pretty harshly lit. It's just he's like mostly on a bounce light in that front spot. Anyway, that's probably boring. I'll never get this done if I go through them all like that. Sorry. Let's see the chat. Hey, I know you. Okay, so let's delete that. What's another fun one? Oh, wait, let me only put the video on there. If you right click, you can do video only across time, and then I can delete this. Thankfully, in a lot of these, I just showed the case oh, I crinkled the whole intro. That's what I did. So the crinkling is probably best shown off by this Korok cut here. Let's check another one. Oh, this one was a lot of fun. I actually got free footage from Action VFX, which is where a lot of the professionals buy their footage, and they sponsored the video. So like they gave it to me so I could make it because they said they wanted some more Vegas coverage for how to use their stuff in Vegas. This one, I'm actually reading my audio textbook from college. That wine glass isn't real. Oh, that's a real wine glass. That's not true, but it's a composite effect. It's been shot on a black screen. Literally shot, like they shot the glass, it like pops, or however they did it. And so, I probably what would have been better if I did some frame rate matching. I think they shoot it at 60. I think if I pushed it to 24, the motion may have looked more natural. Hindsight 2020. Anyway. This one's just my favorite effects thus far, meaning it's going to have a lot of them, but it might be pre-cut. Let's see. That one's where I put the intro on a TV. Yeah. I'll keep that. And Oh yeah, this is the one where I'm shooting on a mirror. Uh, I already got that one. Okay, that's me in fire. So this is how I wish they would have done Sirius Black in Harry Potter with the luminance key. I did a multiply mask on that, I believe, where I had a black background, and then I did a multiply mask, so I only show up in the light spots of the fire. Um, I can't remember how I did that one. There's a tutorial about it though, if anyone wants to know. So let's go to. Here we go, Scott Pilgrim. No, that's the clean plate. I got rid of Scott in the scene. That was actually really hard because he covers up her arm at several points. I had to paint back her arm frame by frame. And I did it all in Vegas. I think I only had to do one frame in the image editor for Vegas Post, Vegas Image. The rest of it was just done in Vegas because it was actually a pretty easy paint out for most of it. Just where he kept going over her arm and she moves at the same time. That was not fun. Here's a rewind effect. Oh, do I not showcase the effect? I do. Okay. So keep that nice and short. Okay, that's a few good ones to start with. This one's too short. Whoa, and it's covered up by that one. Okay, let's go ahead and save this thing. Maybe that's not the strongest beginning. We shall see. Okay. So, fun fact, that fireplace isn't really there either. If you really look, you can see that the bricks don't line up, but it's a pretty decent little composite effect for the fact that that fireplace was boarded up. And I needed a fireplace. Let's see. Ah, yeah, if I put it on my phone, then I can see everyone. All right, there we go. Let's add a effect track. An adjustment event. But we're going to put let's just try a couple of different things. So let's try one of the new ones. Okay, so I think in general, maybe if I do that. No, that's not what we're gonna do. Let's see. So I can't remember the name of one of the new things that I'm supposed to already have a tutorial out for, but I don't. And it's called, let's see. I've got chat up on my phone now, so I'll be able to respond quickly. Offset and warp. That might be what I'm looking for. Wait. That's what I just did. I knew that was one of the new ones. OFX. Mm. So maybe, aha. Here's what I can do. So this will be nice and easy. So we won't use an adjustment event because that actually will be trickier than the way to actually do it. So what I need is, well, okay, yes. If I just do picture in picture, and I started at the bottom, and then I do location, and then I do it to the top. I didn't get it all wonky after that. Actually, when I say start at the bottom, okay. So I need it to be, it needs to be like off the screen. And then I'm going to put it at the beginning here. I'm going to lock to keyframe, and then I'm going to put it at the top. And I think I'm going to leave it a linear move. And I'm going to name this preset scroll. Okay. Now, if I copy and I can paste event attributes. Oh, but I didn't actually copy. So now this one will do it. But if I have it start, there we go. Done. That's easy. So that it's going to go real fast now. Just make them a little closer together. All right. And then Should be able to just kind of stair step them like this. Well, if I paste my event attributes selectively, no, not selectively, just event attributes, all of them, all of the attributes. Okay, so I'm gonna need to utilize this other video track here. How do I hide this track again? Let's just make it real tiny right now. Just because I made a tutorial about it a year ago or 2 years ago doesn't mean I always remember off the top of my head. Sometimes I watch my own tutorials. Okay, so let's measure this with an empty event here. Insert empty event. All right, so now we have a measuring stick. So I can put this here, and then I'll know that every single one of these will line up the same. Okay. And I can make infinite tracks. Ooh. Well, yeah, for this, that's probably best. Okay, so next, I need... Let's go to my project media. Oh, we already got Scott Pilgrim on here. Oh, and we got the breaking glass thing. So then we just go selectively, we paste event attributes. And there we go. I just got to make sure that the actual cool part of the effect is on here. The audio was a good part of that one. Like I heard people screaming and then I looked up and then I watched the champagne glass break. I need to highlight that part of it. There we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right, so if I want to showcase a different one, instead of redoing the cut and everything, I'm just going to get the slip tool. And I'm just going to slide it over more. So now, let's see. Okay, let's slip tool it a little more. We're watching this one in particular. Good. I wanted to get more motion on it. Okay. All right, let's find a new one. Go back to the normal edit tool. Grab this one, put it right here. Okay, so I don't want them to cut out too soon either. So at this point, this one can go away. At this point, oh, that's the TV effect. A little less cool. Let's go ahead and put the event attributes on it. Wow, yeah, once I got the plan for this, I actually was going to do it a different way. I like how this is turning out so far. Yeah, I'll probably edit this on YouTube to start around the moment I decide how I'm going to do it. Okay, let's try to keep things from disappearing. At this point, the candy cane can be gone. That needs to last till then. This needs to last till then. But let's slip tool it too. Okay, let's get more impressive ones up there faster. Video only. I love this one. This was a labor of love. So for that effect, it actually doesn't. I've got to show this later spot where I cut myself over like that. That was fun. Okay. Let's add the attribute. Perfect. 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 All right. How many seconds is this? Okay, I need about 60 seconds of this. Okay. Let's give another stair step. This is fun. Okay, with all that information overload, I think just a simple TV composite one is good to add next. Save often, and you won't hate yourself. Hmm. Okay, maybe the paper effect. Maybe just a cork. Okay. This one's pretty visually stimulating. I just may have to loop it twice. That is a cartoon from Luck Is Me, which I emailed him and asked him if I could use it, and he said yes. And he watched a video where I show how to put cartoons on a wall, and he thought it was neat, and that was fun. If I want it to loop, the easiest way to do it might be to oh, wait, over top of that one. Maybe just let it run. Yeah, I'll just let that one run. That was a nice little montage of fun things. From an old intro, like my first one. Adding a fire effect. Ah! It's not what I want to do. I want to add video across time. Just a video. Video only. Okay. That's fun because fire's always fun. That's a rule. Anyone who says otherwise is probably a firefighter. Oh yeah, I have to paste the video attribute. This is so fun. I'm having a great time. I hope you are too. It's probably more fun for me though. That old office. I'm so glad to be done with that office. It was a nice sound, like dead sound room though. Great place to record sound. Horrible place to record video. So that's fun. We got a lot of information overload ones. Maybe. Oh, the Brady Bunch intro. That one definitely needs to be in there. Yes. Yeah, that was a fun video. It turned out great. It looks like shot for shot. It looks exactly like the Brady Bunch logo. It's really good. I'm like bragging on myself, but I really enjoyed making that video. It got like 1,000 views. Not a super success, but it certainly made up some of its time. Making the little lines move across the screen like an old video, like an old. The way they did it was like, I don't know if Brady Bunch was shot on film or video, but the way they did it for film is weird looking. Like it looks like it was shot on like a TV set, and it was for TV, but like obviously it was shot on a TV set. But I think the Brady Bunch used film because it looks filmic to me. It doesn't look like video. It's too soon for video of that clarity, or video at all. It might be too soon for video at all. Well, maybe, I don't know, because there was tubes cameras a long time. Paste event attributes. Now let's see it roll. Okay. Okay, by this point, it's already gone. So I'm going to make it go a little faster. With the crunch, just hold control. And then we're going to use the slip tool. Because I don't think we're showcasing the best part of it yet. Hmm. Whoopsie. Okay. So I'm trying to check the chat. There it is. The chat went away on my phone. All right. So let's grab the slip tool. Gosh, all these little tools added over the years, they just add up, man. I just remember before the slip tool would auto double like that. It just mm, those just pop up. The little scrolls there are cool, but it doesn't really look Brady Bunchy. Maybe I should do the end where it's like obviously the Brady Bunch. They don't sync up exactly, and I think that's because that's how it does it in the show. I'm gonna pretend that because it makes me feel better. Okay, so now over time, we see the whole Brady Bunch intro. There we go. What's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? Oh no, I'm only to 15 seconds of video. Okay, I might have to crumple. Okay, crumpling paper. That's a good one. Yeah, the way I did it means that I don't get to add up my time. I only get really like. Because I got to start here. Maybe I'll start there. Yeah. Okay. So I only get 4 seconds out of each video of actual and added runtime for the layer. Okay, let's go ahead and shorten these up because they'll be dead by then. Get them out of the way. And then this crumpled one. I remember that old intro. Oh yeah, the paper thing. Oh gosh. That really looks like paper right there. It's so good. Okay. I didn't mean to slip tool it. I need to go back to the normal edit tool. Control Shift Q. Here's my measuring stick. Oh yeah. It would help if I pasted the event attribute. And then when does it leave the screen? Let's scroll it to get more of the paper effect in there, because that one, the one it spends the most time on, one is already seen, and two, the paper effect doesn't show much. There. Well, let's get the more Korok and Bond on there. Okay, that should be good. What am I doing next? We've done the breaking glass. 3 secrets. Secrets for what? What is that video called? What is? Oh, for the old film look. That's... Oh, that's got the new intro on it. That's a video is not as old as I thought. Do I not actually showcase the video? Oh, I've got the slip tool. That's why it was just like continually moving. Okay, there's the beginning. I started with the Brady Bunch intro. Weird. I went a little too dark there. Okay, that one's not going to showcase as well. I'll use it if I get desperate for time. Ah, heck, I am desperate for time. Control Z. I am desperate for time. We will just leave it how it is, but we'll get a little motion full shot. Kind of maybe there. Oh, yeah, the subscribe thingy. The subscribe thingy. I love that so much. Oh, yeah, I haven't put that on there yet. Well, of course. Crazy me. And this one will auto loop because it's the only video. Move that paste event attribute. And then we'll slip it to... Oh, but the paper effect. Let's make sure it starts later with the slip tool. But the paper effect being right next to it isn't a good fit. Let's move the paper effect for now. Let's put the bond thing here. And let's get the slip tool back out. And slip it just a little bit more. Oh wait, no, I want to see. I want the effect to hit its prime kind of when it becomes prime viewing angle. Much better. That kind of gets the bulk of the video in there. Okay, Control S. Hmm. So if you're joining us later in the live stream, I'm using the same effect over and over again. So I just did it one time. I just keyframed it one time. And I'm just pasting the event attribute, which you can copy the thing with the effect on it. I'm just pasting that effect as an event attribute. Just right click and you hit paste event attribute. And then now that affect's on everything. And then I stair step them, and I'm using an empty event as a measuring stick to know when to start it. And the stair step with the effect just kind of makes sure that they time out just right to where every single effect scrolls up together. And now I can show off all my different compositing things. The goal is to hit over 30 seconds. Which I'm getting close. Kind of, not really. I'm running out of effects. Cool things I've done. Yeah, I gotta paste event attributes. There we go. Oh yeah, that was a fun little thing there. That's Patches. She's still alive and kicking. That's my kitty cat. I think she had a big eye booger on her eye. I left it there. No one said anything. Replace any sky. That's a good one. Add video across time. Yeah, let's slip to where it gets cool. Make it a little more obvious. That turned out so good. That was a funny joke too. People really liked it. Well, okay, a couple people really liked it, which is all that matters. That's all I do it for. Just a couple people, myself, and a couple people. But I put the tutorial about replacing the sky, and then when it was time for the intro to come on, because I demonstrate the effect, I do a 10-second intro, then I start the tutorial. I demonstrated the effect, and then instead of starting the intro, I just started the intro in the sky as the sky replacement. So if you had seen if you knew what my intro was, it was just good timing. I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. Let's see. Writing on a chalkboard. Trace of an attribute. Then it pops to the intro. Everything pops to the intro a little too soon. So for this one, I'm just going to cut out the intro. I'm just going to make this part longer. The effect looks better slow anyway. Oh, does it go up at the right pace? No, it doesn't because I made the effect longer. So for this one, look there. I gotta fix the other one I sped up too. So I think it's the Brady Bunch one. There. Now it's corrected. Oh, now it's going too slow. Okay, let's just paste the event attribute again. There, that fixed it. Yay. Oh, but it. That's okay. You shouldn't even notice that. Reversing a shot. Add video only. Okay, we already did the crumple. Oh, I don't have the cracked green one, do I? The intro. The old intro. That was just a good old reverse effect. Simple tutorials. You kind of one thing I've learned about tutorials is sometimes you kind of assume everybody knows a lot of stuff and they just want to do the fancy stuff, and that's true. For a lot of people that is true. But there's a lot of people who are beginners, they just bought it or they're just learning how to do video, and for them reversing the reverse effect, which is just right clicking and reversing there's a thing that says reverse on here. I can't remember where it is right now. It lets you reverse. Oh, it's right here. It says reverse. You do that, it reverses it, and you're done. It's that easy. But some people don't know how to do it, and they would like a video that explains it. So I do that sometimes. Let's see, here, Peter McKinnon did a video green screen where he's like, make your own video green screen of me. So I did. And I used it, and I made a video that explained why his green screen was so bad because it was a really hard one to key. And I was like, dude, you're Peter McKinnon. Like, he's a really popular like photography YouTuber. Now he's not a super big videographer, but he does lots of videos. He's obviously a YouTuber, right? So this video, I highlight like why his green screen was filmed improperly, like the mistakes he made. And you can still like key it. Like I was able to get it a pretty decent key, but it was a pretty hard one to key. Like see, like his key right there, his green screen. I know it's so small on that frame, but his green screen is it's just not properly done, and so you have to like really you have to like mask it, and you have to it's like fades to almost black in certain spots, and so I Yeah, I like that little edit I did. Okay. So I showcased like how to like do it and why it had issues and thought it was a fun little video. Got some views. People enjoyed it. Think they learned something. Which learning is like the number one thing I'm trying to do with this stuff. Okay. Paste of an attribute. Okay, so all the cool parts you don't see. You just see the little thing with his shoulder. And the plane. Okay. Let's slip tool. Okay. There we go. There we go. And it's a longer clip too. A little bit of screen shake on his footage would have been maybe a bit helpful to sell it, but should have made him vary in size. Some like the camera and him weren't consistently moving at the same speed, so like that would have been. I had him kind of zoom out and zoom back in a little bit. Hindsight 2020. Maybe I'll do a video one day where I just fix all my old effects. Like, hey, making everything better. If that's something anybody would want to see, let me know. So now we are not to 30 seconds yet. Scott Pilgrim, replace any Kai. Select a color picker. Did I have a cool intro for this? Okay, the cracked screen one. Let's get for the cracked screen. Oh, and the timer. Let's see. If you go to properties, you can see the whole title. But oh, the subscribe button. Yeah. That's what I was looking for in here earlier. Not here. That's what I was looking for in here. 3-second countdown. What's this one? Oh, yeah, that's that. Maybe that'll be a good ender. I'll just let that one fade off because it's supposed to hard cut. This one's a good. I show right there. And then I do this, and I showcase that it's fixable with the mask and a good luminance key. Control Shift Q. Boom, boom. All right, let's see how that looks. Oh, gotta paste the event attribute. Man, how quick that adds! It's just amazing how you can just edit. Okay, what if I made it to where time moves slower? I don't think anyone will notice. I hope not. No, masking in Adobe Premiere Pro. I haven't. So, to be honest, it's been a hot minute since I've used Adobe Premiere Pro. Um, I use it mostly if I'm at a workplace or something where they have licenses already there for Premiere. And I used it in college some, and every time I use it, I get mad because it doesn't work as fast as I want it to. But there is due a masking update. I know that it certainly is because Vegas has already done several masking updates. But one thing, I haven't done an actual luminance mask in Adobe, so I couldn't tell you if that one's particularly is better. But I love the way Vegas layers, like Vegas can just use layering, which I mean Adobe's famous for its layers too, so I'm sure that's pretty equivalent. It's mostly like it's not that like Adobe can do in Vegas, they can do just about all the same things in a lot of ways. Now there's a lot of new features and niche features which are different for both of them, and I like the direction Vegas is going more with the newer features and stuff. But for like the bulk of what you do, the typical editing, um, they do the same things with the meat and potatoes of it. And but one thing I really like about Vegas is like right here, I can just see what I'm doing. I can see that these are different effects. I can see everything over here, and I have ready available controls. I can quickly like change my interface, like shift tilde. Wait, can't remember. Can't remember what that hotkey is. Anyway, but I can I can just resize things quickly. It's like auto. It doesn't have to like pre-render every little thing. It just like as soon as I put an effect on here, it's just on there. And so like that's the kinds of things Premiere doesn't do. Like it just the quality of life while you're moving things around is really low in Premiere. So like even though like yes, you can look at a niche effect and you're like, okay, well, this and Vegas are, they're pretty equivalent. It's like that's all cool and all, but I would rather I'd rather just see what I'm doing. I like to be able to use keyboard shortcuts and the mouse. Like moving stuff around with the mouse and making cuts with the mouse is horrible in Premiere. It's a little better in 21. It's a little better in 21 than 19. But the way Vegas works is less about like so the layers you can drag them around. I feel like you can drag around pretty simply. Like I just swap that layer like just like that. Like but I think I know I think I know what you mean. Because the workflow is a little different. So like once you kind of get used to how you like the layers, that's a little bit taste. So the Vegas is all about effect chaining. So it actually works like an audio editor. So like you can put effects on top of the whole thing, or effects on the track, or effects on on the screen, and they all chain together, like they all stack. And one thing in Vegas renders them like near instantly, like you can just see what's stacking as you go. Um, while with Premiere, once you start like layering stuff and parenting things, and you don't see what you're doing very quickly, and it feels clunky to me. That's the reason I stuck with Vegas so long. It's just because Premiere just feels so clunky. And when I'm in a hurry and I just want to make something, I just want to be able to drag stuff around. Maybe that's a personal thing. But I mean, yeah, I can't say anything bad about it's obviously, one of the name brand editors. So like it's certainly a good editor, and it does a lot of great things, and it can be used in a professional pipeline. It's just never been my flavor. Yeah, especially if you're used to Vegas shortcuts. It's so like I feel like I've seen people go from Premiere to Vegas and go, "Oh, okay," because Vegas is very visual and stuff, but like when you're not used to Premiere, cuz I've done Final Cut and I've done Resolve and I've done a lot of Avid. Like I had classes on the Avid in school. Avid and they just all they're very like insert, remove. Like they're not very loosey goosey with stuff. I don't know. It just feels like it's like hard to go from Vegas to one of those styles again for me, because like it's like I want to be able to like slide things around visually, and I remember in school like I would try to edit on the timeline, and like you do on Vegas, like I'm just editing all this on the timeline. Like I never touch the trimmer unless I'm dealing with like hour-long footage. And I start using the Avid and I'm trying to edit on the timeline. There's like missing gaps and stuff. And this is years ago too. Like the Avid may be better now, but uh, my teacher comes up and goes, "Oh, you don't need to be editing that on the timeline." And I was like, "Well, where do you edit it?" And they're like, "In the trimmer." And like you would edit it in the trimmer and then insert it to the timeline. And that only makes sense if you're just cutting film. But they all kind of have that mentality. Premiere's better. Premiere's If I had to pick Premiere or the Avid, I would pick Premiere. If I had to pick Premiere or Resolve, I would pick Resolve. And if I had to pick Resolve or Vegas, obviously I'd pick Vegas because here I am using it. Let's pick another one of these. Okay, we got the breaking glass, adding the subscribe button. Oh, that's what I keep looking for is the subscribe button. And I keep looking at other things in this little folder. I haven't looked at any of this stuff in a long time. So PNG, Soundwave, Clackgrass, GIF. Can I do a GIF in the timeline? I can. Okay, but the problem with the GIF is the GIF actually, unlike the video, the GIF actually doesn't have. Do I have how to put yourself split screen crack? How, let me make this longer. No, I just have so many. I could sort them in bins and stuff, but there's no need. We're almost done. Okay, let's just re-download it fresh. So if I go to my YouTube channel, I typed in cracked. Maybe glass? This is behind the scenes. Breaking champagne glass. Screen. It's the screen. I cracked the screen. Where's screen? Green screen, green screen, cracked screen. How to create a cracked screen effect in Vegas Pro. Okay. Download. Yeah. I haven't actually watched it in a long time. Okay. Oh yeah. So when I used the Avid, it was actually I used it in 2009 and 10 the most. Um, so it's definitely like I'm sure it's gone through a ton of iterations since then. But a lot of it was like adding stuff Vegas already had. I'm just a walking ad for Vegas, um, which is why I'm making a Vegas ad right now. It's like what I'm doing. Okay, and we're going to paste event attribute again. And shifty, shifty, shift.